Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Canada has put out a report that says in 2030, all universities and colleges will be 70% women. Now, I'm assuming that that is not to say that all universities and all colleges will be 70% women. I'm saying that I believe that what they're saying is that the public university and colleges will be 70% women. I believe that men will go even more specialized into the STEM fields. Men will go into computers, because that is the wave. I don't even think you understand just how much there is a huge gaping hole for computer science, programming, coding, all that sort of stuff. They are trying to go into the future, but for the most part, the only people who are really jumping on that are the Asians, and that's the Indians, Chinese, Japanese, and the other Asian countries are coming over here to the West to get educated, and then they go back home. And that's the pervasive sort of norm that's going on right now as far as filling out those jobs. But they're not filling the jobs. So they're getting all the they're coming over here getting scholarships, and they're going back home. They're not filling their jobs. So they are going to push and push and push, and what you don't see is behind the scenes, all of these companies, based on how much demand there is for coders and computer programmers and computer scientists and IT, the demand is so high that now companies are teaching you for free. Complete 100% scholarship for free with a contract that says after you graduate and we place you into a job, then your first few paychecks, we're going to take a lump share out of those first few paychecks. So this is a contingency. This is what lawyers do, right? They will take your case on contingency. What's the contingency? The contingency is that they win, and there's a judgment in their favor. And they are so convinced that they're going to win that they take case after case after case after millions and billions of dollars on contingency. That means that there is a risk that they might not win, but the risk factor is just so low. Same thing with these computer education companies. The risk is so low of you not getting placed, they will even make up stuff for you. I'm kidding. They will. The risk is so low that you won't get placed, that they're willing to make a bet that across the board, everybody in their student body is going to get a job. Now, why am I talking about STEM? Why am I talking about computers? Why am I talking about stuff that what men will do? Well, the future seems bleak if you say college will be 70% women. Yeah, it's going to be bleak, but and it's way worse than that. They're going to start depending on women to fill the gap on all of the labor that men are leaving unanswered, and the economy will be based on women. However, there is a serious downfall. What the data is not telling you is it's a fallacy, or it's what they're leaving out. What are they leaving out? Yes, college will be 70% women. Yes, women try and actually force out male students out of college, literally holding rallies saying that they don't want men at their school, although it's a public school and open school. Here's the deal. It's bachelors of arts. It is the most useless degrees that we're talking about. The College of Liberal Arts is like 99% women right now. And as the population grows, as that population increases, that is going to increase. So the makeup of the college being 70% women, while true, they're going to be spitting out women with no discernible productive ability whatsoever. No marketable skills whatsoever. Men are starting to go to community colleges to get stuff that is useful and marketable and get a job right after a year or two. After they've completed some sort of certification, that's what men are doing. Men are also going into the labor markets. That we're talking about the blue collar work, the trades. So that's what men are doing. So no, men are actually wising up to the schemes and machinations of colleges to get you to pay $40,000 a year to give you a degree that is not even necessary. Why isn't it necessary? Because those aren't degrees that land you a job. And the ones that actually do land a job, let's take journalism. Let's take social work. While those, first of all, a lot of those are the lowest paying jobs at all. Education, lowest paying jobs. The competition then for those jobs is astronomical. So let's think about this. If you graduate in 2030 as a woman, more than likely you're going to be graduating in social studies, social, as a social worker, as a journalist, as an architect. And we're not saying that you're going to be those things. We're going to say that millions and millions and millions of other women are going to be graduating in those fields, so that the competition for those positions are going to be like, 10,000 to 1. I want you to think, put your thinking cap on. What happens to a position when you get 10,000 people applying for it? You as the employer, are you then going to employ somebody when there's 10,000 people willing to do that job? Are you going to hand out premium wages for that? No. So all of these women graduating in these fields that are not productive at all, to the tune of millions in each field, saturated in each field, I predict that the bottom will drop off out of those markets. Meaning, the employers will start saying, would you like to work for 30,000? Yes. Would you like to work for 20,000? Yes. Would you like to work for 15,000? Yes. And we're talking about 2030. So in 2030, they're going to be offering those positions at $15,000 a year. And while you might huff and puff, there are women who are going to say, well, that's the going rate now. But I paid $40,000 a year to get this degree. Oh well, so did 10 million other women. And this position is open. And these 10 million women across the United States then are trying to compete for that position. And so the market is going to be the employer. It's going to be in his court. There you have it. And that's the state of the report coming from Canada. And I believe that report is going to be mirrored here in the United States also. 2030. the year 2030. Now, already we are getting reports that some colleges are already 70% in the United States right now. Here's what's funny. There's more scholarships, more subsidies, more set-asides for women entering college than there are for men. So the financial situation, the financial incentive to actually go to college, even if you're broke and poor or your family has no money, is already there. And I got the hiccups again. I thought I was doing good. I'm going to take a day and I'm just going to drink water just all day. Thank you all for watching. Please support the channel, paypal.me/Shakaama or cashapp.me/$Shakaama. Thank you.